We're just in some very wonderful wild country. That's the attraction for me, I think, is the wildness of this land.
It is a land that appears untouched, untamed, undiscovered, except by a fortunate few.
We've been outfitting for almost 25 years now, altogether.
Tory Taylor likes almost nothing better than showing off the place he calls home.
How we make our living and what our love is, just to bring people out here on horseback trips and show them this country that means so much to us.
I that wrote that was so exciting.
Okay, let's go ahead and put the Dutch oven part of this on.
Yeah.
For Meredith Taylor, bringing people to this part of the Rockies has been more than a job.
Well, this area is spectacular. I mean, it's the heart of Greater Yellowstone, which is the heart of our lives.
To the people who come here, this is the best part of the Bridger-Teton National Forest.
This is the best of what America once was. It's the largest intact temperate ecosystem left in the lower 48 states.
But this area also has another name, Management Area 71, under consideration for oil and gas leasing.
America faces a major energy supply crisis over the next 2 decades. The failure to meet this challenge will threaten our nation's economic prosperity, it will compromise our national security, and literally alter the way we live our lives.
Americans are used to lives fueled by cheap energy, often taking for granted there will always be enough to go around. That illusion took a beating when energy prices jumped over the summer. The administration's energy policy calls for more exploration and development on public lands, but that policy is running into the difficult fact that nearly every place is someone's favorite place. Seeing this country today is really no different than seeing it more than 100 years ago. Transportation's about the same too. This is not a wilderness area, but there are very few signs of the modern world here. And for the people who come here, that's the beauty of it.
It probably doesn't get any more precious for wildlife and scenic and recreational values in the northern Rockies of the United States than this area right here. There's even a wild and free-ranging bison herd behind us in the Jackson Hole area that is increasing. These are the last great wildlife herds in America's northern Rockies.
Critics of energy exploration here say new development will fragment a rare intact ecosystem and block critical wildlife migration routes.
Well, when we talk about oil and gas leasing, we're talking about drilling, we're talking about roads, we're talking about pipelines and everything that goes with it.
No one knows how much gas or oil might be under Management Area 71. Energy companies believe new technology will allow for environmentally friendly development, and there is an increasingly insistent call for energy independence.
Anytime there's not an immediate problem that's apparent to people, it's tough to convince people to think long term.
But it's difficult to get anyone to agree on what's best in the long term.
Part of my living is made in oil and gas exploration. I'm not against oil and gas exploration per se in Wyoming. I'm against it in some of these areas that are unique. They're more valuable than what we can get out of it in oil and gas.
There is already industry here, an industry based on keeping the land unchanged.
So a lot of folks are coming out here just to connect to the land and to the western landscape and to the wildlife.
I can travel and I can see a lot of different things, and it's a feeling of freedom.
It's a debate on a global scale, and it's come here to the Bridger-Teton National Forest. What do we value more? The freedom to roam a country that remains wild, or freedom from foreign oil? Or is it possible to have both?